But the big story everyone's discussing today is about the public spat between the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP over a particular report that appears to have been submitted to the Supreme Court by a panel that says that the Delhi government inflated its requirement of oxygen by 4 times. This is the whole story about that report. Now remember, the whole story is our new format where we put together all the verified information that's available about one particular story, so you can quickly figure out everything that's going on that story in one go on one video. So today's whole story is about this report. Now I must warn you before we get started, there is a lot to unpack about this story. First of all, to do with the report, it appears to be an affidavit placed before the Supreme Court attested by Nipun Vinayak, Joint Secretary, Ministry of Health for the Government of India. Within that affidavit, there is the task force set up by the Supreme Court to look at India's oxygen requirement, manufacturing, moving, whether or not we're ready for the third wave and that sort of thing. Within the task force report, there is an attachment or an annexure, which is a report of an audit placed by the Supreme Court in a smaller subcommittee on the oxygen requirement of the city of Delhi. Right, so that's where all of this is. Now, it has been shared largely on social media by members of the BJP, but the Aam Aadmi Party turns around and the government of Delhi officially has said no such report exists. And they have contested, saying that members of the committee have said that they have not signed any such report. So this is where we are right now. Nevertheless, my team and I have actually read through this report, which runs into over 160 pages, and we've unpacked it for you. So let's tell you what is in this report. This is the interim report of the task force placed before the Supreme Court. Now, firstly, the report notes that the demand for oxygen in the second wave of COVID rose sharply in the matter of a few weeks. In the third week of April, it said the demand was for 5,500 MT of oxygen in a day. By the 9th of May, when we peaked, it was 8,943 MT of oxygen in a day. This is for the whole country. Now, the audit panel has commended and appreciated the work done by the Government of India with respect to oxygen management in COVID-19. The task force has said that the government took a series of proactive steps. This is the Government of India, the central government, starting from March last year during the first wave, which helped put in place mechanisms of enhanced production when the second wave hit. Secondly, the report questions the quality and the reliability of the data submitted by the Delhi government and collected by the Delhi government with regard to the consumption of oxygen and the requirement of oxygen. Thirdly, the report says the Delhi government and the Government of India have used two different ways of calculating the oxygen requirement. And I'm going to just explain to you what it says, right? So the calculation which is made for how much oxygen will be required the next day in a particular city is made depending on the number of hospital beds. Now, the Delhi government's calculation takes all hospital beds into consideration, assuming that every hospital bed requires oxygen, whereas not just the ones that are oxygenated, not the ones connected to ventilators, but it was calculating oxygen requirement for all hospital beds, including the non-hospital beds. The Government of India has calculated oxygen requirement for only 50% of the non-oxygenated beds. So there is a difference in which these two calculations are made. Now, the report defends the Government of India's calculations, saying that even the oxygenated bed, after someone recovers, they might still be occupying that bed without requiring oxygen. So it's not fair to use all the beds as a calculation. So there's a difference there. So this report, along with repeatedly questioning the Delhi government's quality of data, also lists 4 hospitals that it says has misrepresented its oxygen needs. So Single Hospital, Aruna Asaf Ali Hospital, the ESIC Hospital and Life Ray Hospital, they've said the oxygen requirement doesn't match the number of beds. So based on these two things, these 4 hospital numbers have been reduced and the Government of India formula has been applied. And so the number has been recalculated from Delhi government's 1,140 MT requirement down to 289 MT requirement. And this is what it has said, that it noted gross discrepancy in the actual consumption claims vis-a-vis the calculated formula for bed capacity. The former was 1,140, which is 4 times higher than the latter, which is 289. Basically suggesting that the Delhi government inflated its numbers 4x. The Supreme Court's Delhi Oxygen Panel, now let me tell you who was on this panel. AIMS Director Dr. Randeep Guleria, the Delhi Government Principal Home Secretary Bhupendra Balla, the Max Healthcare Director Dr. Sandeep Budiraja, and Union Jal Shakti Ministry Joint Secretary Subodh Yadav. These were the four people. Now, the committee has also said that it is not sure on what basis the Delhi government requested 700 MT of oxygen from the Supreme Court on the 30th of April, given that its data is so flawed. It also said there was sufficient oxygen available in Delhi, that the tankers in the hospitals were full, that the tankers that were moving the oxygen were either 75% full or completely full, proving that there was enough oxygen, that the slow decantation process of tankers, so basically the offloading of the tankers was taking time, and that is where the supply broke down. It blamed, of course, also the miscalculation on the fact that apparently Delhi's hospitals got confused between the two measurement units of metric tons and kiloliters. One is volume, the other one is weight, but we understand that they're not very, very different from each other effectively. But it effectively said Delhi has surplus oxygen, and because of the Delhi government's gross miscalculation, it is causing supply problems to other states, and it is a disaster waiting to happen. So this is what the total report says. Now, the BJP has severely criticized the Aam Aadmi Party government over the alleged inflation of its oxygen numbers. The Union Minister Prakash Javadekar has said on Twitter, and I quote, "Their demand for oxygen was 4 times more what was needed. Because of that, the rest of the states had to suffer. One must learn to make noise from the Delhi government." End quote. The Union Minister of Railways, Mr. Piyush Goyal, has said, and I quote, Supreme Court oxygen audit team finds Delhi government inflated oxygen need by 4 times during the peak, affected the supply to 12 high caseload states. Hope accountability is fixed for disrupting oxygen supply across India. End quote. Other members of the BJP, like Gautam Gambhir, also tweeted saying, "If you have any shame left, Arvind Kejriwal, hold one of your PCs now by press conferences and apologize to the nation for inflating your oxygen numbers." The Delhi government has responded. Arvind Kejriwal tweeted in Hindi that, "I am only guilty of fighting for 2 crore people so that they can breathe while you were busy campaigning for the polls. I was awake all night arranging for oxygen. I fought and pleaded for the people to get oxygen. People have lost their loved ones because of a lack of oxygen. Don't call them liars, they will feel bad." End quote. Deputy Chief Minister of Delhi, Manish Sisodia, has said no such report exists. "We have spoken to several members of the committee. They have told us that they have not signed or approved any such report." End quote. Although Mr. Sisodia has not made it clear what action the Delhi government or the Aam Aadmi Party will take if they believe that this particular report that is doing the rounds is in fact fraudulent or a forgery. Will they take any criminal action? They have not specified. Now, I just want to give you a recap because they tell us public memory is short, but I just want to give you a recap of what all of this is about and what they're talking about. Remember April and May last year, between specifically the end of April and the beginning of May, for a stretch of about 10 days, and the reports really started on the 22nd of April till about the 4th of May, there was a severe shortage of oxygen reported from the hospitals in Delhi. According to a report by The Wire, 178 people died across the country because of a shortage of oxygen. 62 were from Delhi. Now, this resulted in what we saw, a very public blame game between the Delhi government and the central government, both in the media and in the courts. A long drawn-out battle in the Delhi High Court by both of these governments, and then in the Supreme Court. In the first week of May, 12 people lost their lives at the Batra Hospital in Delhi after the hospital raised an SOS publicly that it had run out of oxygen. 20 patients died apparently because of a lack of oxygen in the Jaipur Golden Hospital, 25 in the Sri Gangaram Hospital, all in Delhi. According to reports, the shortage of oxygen in Delhi, like I said, stretched from the 23rd of April till the 4th of May. 10 hospitals put out public SOS calls that they were running out of oxygen. It also would be recalled that the Supreme Court had directed, and the Delhi High Court had directed, the central government to supply a minimum of 700 MT of oxygen to Delhi every day. The Delhi High Court had in fact also initiated contempt of court proceedings against officers of the central government for not supplying the 700 MT required of oxygen to Delhi, because as the High Court noted repeatedly, people were dying for the lack of oxygen and the governments were taking a very, very long time to solve the problem. So this is the report then that the Supreme Court bench that was hearing the matter constituted the task force and asked them to submit a report. That affidavit has apparently now been placed before the Supreme Court. But I want to remind you that the Delhi government still insists that this entire document is fake. We'll of course find out what is what as time unravels. But this is all of the information that we have for you at this point on this story. If there's anything else you'd like us to take up on the whole story, do leave us a comment at the bottom of this video. Thanks for watching.